Hello YouTube. So Tighnari's been out for a while and I've been testing him out on my stream at Seiun, link in the description, and I finally gathered my thoughts and opinions to finally answer the question that literally everyone is asking: is Tighnari even worth pulling? Before I start though, I did make a Discord and started to stream, so if you're interested, the link's gonna be in the description. Okay, now onto the video. First off, let me get something clear. If you really want Tighnari, but people are just telling you that it's gonna be worthless because he's gonna be put on the permanent banner, then just pull for him. For me, it makes no sense because yes, he is gonna be put on the permanent banner after his banner ends, but you have to realize how many 5 stars you get on the permanent banner. In these past 6 months, I've only gotten 1 5-star from that banner. Now, the chance of that being Tighnari is 1 out of 16, or roughly a 6% chance. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really want to take that gamble saying that I've lost 9 50-50s in a row. Also, since he is going to be put on permanent banner like Kaching, this is probably going to be his one and only banner, so there's that too. But now that that's out of the way, let me talk about whether or not you should even pull on his banner in the first place. First off, and the main thing you guys probably care about, his damage. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good compared to other 5-star characters on the permanent banner, but if you're thinking he's up there with Hu Tao or even someone like Yoimiya, who's on the last banner, then just click off the video. But let me tell you guys the reason I pulled for him. It was because of this. All of these numbers on the screen are so satisfying to look at. Now, the main reason I play this game is because of the combat, and anything that looks satisfying to play or has some really fun rotations is basically what just makes me yep, I'm gonna pull on that character. He has a couple pretty open teams that are sort of free to play, but since Dendro is such a new element, there still aren't many good Dendro supports for him. Other than that though, I run him with 3 other 4-star characters, which makes him do the most amount of damage I personally can. His best artifact sets are obviously 5-star sets like Wanderers or Deepwood Memories, but he actually has 2 4-star artifact sets that seem to be perfect for his kit. Since he does do most of his damage on his charge attacks, 4-piece Resolution of Sojourners and 4-piece Martial Artist seem to fit his playstyle really well and are pretty easy sets to get. Out of the 2 of them though, Martial Artist fits his kit a little better in my opinion, but if you're having some trouble getting crit rate, then 4-piece Resolution is probably going to be a little better. Weapons wise, he has a lot of good free to play options, with one of his better ones actually being a 3-star bow. Slingshot at R5 actually seems to be really good on him, increasing your damage by 60% when you hit an enemy at a close range. Apart from that though, all the craftable bows are pretty good if you don't have R5 Slingshot, but then again, you probably have R5 Slingshot. Aside from that though, he does actually have a really good character design, at least in my opinion, and I mean, yes, his clothes have no real color scheme. He has yellow here and a bit of purple, green, red, blue, white, gold, but I think he looks really nice. Either that, or I might be a furry, but that's not the point of this video. But while we're on this topic, if I were to have a fursona, then it's 100% going to be Tighnari. Now, that's all the good things about him, but let's talk about some of the bad things that might change your view on whether you should pull him or not. First off, he has a bit of a weird rotation because of his 6-second downtime. I mean, it's not the biggest deal because you just funnel particles for other party members' ults, but for me, it's just a little weird to play. Now, like I said earlier, his damage is good, but it's not going to be game-changing or anything because of how limited his kit and supports are. I mean, my Tighnari is at level 80 with level 8 talents and his dedicated weapon, but all the damage he does with his charge attacks is less than 3 slashes for my Hyper Ayato. Also, this might just be me, but if I don't quicken the enemy first for Tighnari to spread, then he does no damage. Granted, I do run an EM Sands, but even then, it's not that much. One of the main problems I have with Tighnari, and really Dendro as an element, is that you have to really focus on team reactions and can't really solo carry a boss by yourself. But apart from damage and rotations, there's not much bad I can say about Tighnari. He's the first Dendro 5-star character and actually surprisingly really fun to play. He has a lot more positives than negatives in my opinion, but if you're looking for a DPS that does a lot of damage, then maybe just don't go for this banner. So to answer the title of the video, should you pull for Tighnari? Well, let me put it this way. If you're only going for damage and are a proud owner of any of these characters, then just save your primos.